How about like the weekend? How do you feel? Like, how was it?
It
You
was good. I mean,
you guys had a little watch party at Benish's?
yeah, we did. It wasn't a plan, but I'm glad it worked out. It was fun. It was actually really nice. But I ended up, I always just watch wrestling on my phone, and then I upgraded to the tablet, which is just like a big phone.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, hell, I can watch it on a television, you know. And now I've been saying I haven't had television for 25 years, so it has to have been longer than that now because it's been 25 years for a long time. So go by. I didn't want to go to the store. I didn't want to go to town. Like I did not want to make the trip to Best Buy or Circuit City or something. Like I did not want to go deal with that. So I went on Marketplace. I'm like, I'll find a TV on Marketplace close, and I did. There's a guy in Oregon, 5 miles away, and normal guy. Like Facebook stalked his profile to make sure he was normal first, and he was. So I went there and I just told him, listen, like all I care about is I have to download an app on this TV. That's all I need to do. He's like, oh yeah, man, that's no problem. He's like, it comes with a Fire Stick and that you'll do this. I'm like, I brought Penelope with me. I'm like, all right, Penn, just pay attention because I'm already lost. Just I'll load the TV and you listen, like, get instructions. And the guy's got everything. I mean, he's got the original manual, he's got the original paperwork, he's got everything. And he spent big money on it 8 years ago. And I thought, oh no, maybe this isn't such a good idea. A lot happens in 8 years with
Yeah.
technology. And he said, no, the fire, the same. It's basically the same. It's just you're using a Fire Stick and instead of having a Fire Stick built in, it's external. Is like the only real difference. I was all right, cool, whatever. I trust you. So get home, and I can't figure it out. Penn's going to homecoming that night, so she's kind of watching the clock. She can't figure it out. So I ended up just watching wrestling. I just ended up leaning the iPad against the new TV and watched it and watched it on the iPad. That would have been Saturday. So, and you know how watching wrestling goes here. Like I turn a lot of empties into loads, or the other way around, a lot of loads and empties. So I'm thinking, and it's raining like hell. It's 10 o'clock at night. Rochelle Walmart closes at 11 p.m. I'm like, fuck it, I'm going. Oh yeah, I've already talked to a bunch of different people. They're like, dude, you can go to Walmart and buy a TV for a couple $100, and it's like a gigantic phone. That's basically they broke it down for me. It's like a giant phone. It comes with all the apps, nothing to it. I'm like, yeah, but now I'm invested. Like this TV I bought, it's 3D. I got 3D glasses and everything. I'm into this. So I turn into this like audio visual guy in one day that don't know shit. So I go to Walmart, get a TV, and buying a TV at Walmart at like 10:40 at night is what it looks like. It's it's weird. It's so weird, and it's a big ass TV. So I'm pretty proud of this, and it's raining like hell, and it's windier than hell, and I'm carrying a TV out like a sheet of drywall in the wind. You know what I mean? Like it's like I mean, I had to have looked like I was the Walmart spectacle. You know what I mean? But without pajama pants, I was wearing real clothes.
Yeah, that's
And
hilarious.
it's crazy. I get
Uh,
home, and it's late. I've been getting after it all day, and it's late, and I'm gonna set this thing up. So I get to Penn's already home. Um, Shelby's home, so I have some IT help, if you will, and I didn't. I just lost interest. I mean, I'm like, just have it work. I'm going to bed. I have to be up at 7 a.m. to watch wrestling. Um, if they start at 8 a.m. Eastern time, so 7 a.m. I got to be ready to go. Just have this working by 7 a.m. I don't care, whatever it takes. So I come out here 8 a.m. our time because he wasn't up right away, and I can't get my flow to work. I don't know how to do anything at all. And I'm like, all right, well. And then Jason Benish called, and he goes, hey, what are you doing? I said, oh, I'm just, messing with the new TV or whatever. He goes, well, that's not going to go well. And I'm like, I know. He goes, well, we have it on here. Just come over. I said, okay, I will. So I went over there, and it was great. It really was. He's like super. He doesn't sit still. He's, you know what I mean. All he wants to do is do for you once you're there. You know what I mean. Like right away, he wants to do for you. and he has an ice machine. You ever remember Showbiz or remember Chuck E. Cheese? Remember Pizza Hut?
Yeah.
Remember that, like the little ice, like the little ice,
Yeah.
like the little. Okay, he has an ice machine that makes that ice.
Okay.
So regardless of what time it is, you're gonna have a cocktail pretty early because it's that ice. Yeah, I mean, not necessarily because you want to, but you're not gonna have a drink with that ice.
Yeah.
So about 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, right back after it. And I'm just like, all right, this Sunday, I know where that is going to go. Like I gave up on all like productivity for that day.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm already into the scooping ice into a cup at 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. Him and I watched. His wife was there. Jack, his son was there watching. Obviously, we know Jack. His daughter was there for a little bit. Chase Ziller come out with Cannon Ziller, and then Dave Lambruni came out. So when we were watching the finals, it was and then Penelope and her little friend Tatiana were there for a little bit, but they dipped and then they came back. So, but we watched all of it. Like it was fun. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Quarterfinals match was kind of a blowout, which good for Jimmy. Semifinals was a nice tight. I mean, the score was tight. I don't know how tight the match was. You saw it. The score was tight. Don't know how tight the match was.
Yeah, I mean, I watched that kid wrestle a couple other kids, and he's really good at yeah. I mean, he's gonna wrestle tight matches. Yeah,
he's good. I watched his.
And you said he's going to Northwestern. Wilder?
Yeah, right. Yep. He's from Georgia. I don't remember Camden Hills, Camden Lake, or something like that. Camden, something, Georgia. And his dad's a college coach or was a college wrestling coach. Somewhere around there. And I think it's southern Georgia for the simple fact I think they're close to Florida. And I know most of Georgia is close to Florida, but I think they're like right close. I think they're next to Florida. So, but super nice kid. Like from what I can tell, he's cool. He's going Northwestern, so obviously he's sure ain't no dummy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nice kid. So yeah, that was a good match, and then obviously the finals match.
Yeah, that was really good. I mean, Ricketts was the number 1 seed. He got beat by Ward, from Minnesota, correct?
Yes.
Minnesota, yeah, and yeah, Jimmy looked good. He, I mean, I just sometimes see, maybe it's not rose-colored glasses. It's definitely biased though. And yeah, he looked confident the whole weekend, and he wasn't stopping wrestling for nobody. So once he gets going, it's hard to stop him. Once you fight a couple times and he already gets the takedown and he's got back or whatever, it's hard to come back.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's overwhelming.
The finals match was like they have commentators, and they were even like during the match they said, okay, well, like you can kind of, they said, for lack of better terms, here you see Ward kind of, I don't know if they said giving up or giving in or something like that, but they were they even said like, okay, this is starting to go the other way,
Yeah.
Which you could see. What I mean, it's it's commentary, right? They have to say something.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, there's some truth to it because Jimmy started putting the pressure on him, letting him up, try to get another takedown. He got another takedown. So, I mean, he broke. I mean, like I said, Jimmy is overwhelming when he gets going, and he was getting to that double leg from both places. And yeah, I was surprised he looked good. I mean, he looked just another version of himself. And that's what I love about that tournament, going to another kid, Justice Heeg. I mean, this tournament, sophomore. And this tournament just like brings the best, obviously, out of elite competitors because they have to. Like, you have to be, better than you ever could be each and every event that has, this type of competitive like field, if that's the But yeah, Justice Heeg looked great. I mean, he dominated in the finals as well. And I mean, yeah, it's crazy that he's a sophomore and he looks like he's the real deal. So
Oh yeah, his brother was also there at 190. I don't know. I don't know if he made it. I don't know where he was. He didn't get seated. I don't know if he was seated higher or something. I just know both Hagues were there. I do know that.
Yeah, and Judah
Um,
wrestled 190.
yeah, Judah been at 190. And like I say, it's so hard to try and pull up a bracket and make sense of it.
Yeah.
You know.
So he lost in, let's see, what round did he lose to? He must have lost first round. Yeah, he lost the round of 64 to D. Moran of Missouri. And then he lost in the Constellation Wrestlebacks to Drapanitis out of New York.
Okay.
Drapanitis. What a name. I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think I did that correctly, but it's like is spelled Drapanitis. Drapanitis. Yeah. But crazy. Judah Higgs, state champ, tough kid. He's come out to the
Yeah.
shed, trained. He's a tough guy, and obviously comes from good pedigree. His entire
Oh yeah.
family are tough dudes. So
There was another Illinois kid at 190. Lucas Nance at 190. Yeah, 190 had 3 Illinois kids for sure.
yep. And Nance lost in the consolation round of 16. So the match before blood round.
Okay.
He made it to the round of 32. He won his first match 2-1 against Chamberlain, then lost to Hallman out of Utah, and then yeah, then he beat Solinger out of South Carolina, and then lost to Forsyth out of Kansas.
Gotcha. Was AJ Tack a 190 or 175? Do you know? Can you tell without searching the whole thing? He's a Monte. Well, it doesn't say. It just says which state. But
He's
he's
not
Illinois.
90. He's
Okay. And
170.
he was 75.
Yeah.
All right.
How did he do? Let's see. Okay. All right, lost his first match to Fernandez of California. Then he wins his first match against Morvay of Pennsylvania. Then he beats Regal of North Carolina. Then he loses to Ornelius from California. So, round before Nance. Well, Nance was a different weight class, but round of 32 instead of round of 16.
Okay.
Yeah, good. I mean, there's a lot of Illinois kids that did well. We're gonna wait a little bit till Mark Stewart got on to chat about the
Yeah,
rest
that
of the
way we
guys.
can start. We can start in order too, make it a little bit easier, right?
Yeah,
We want to just talk about Illinois placers. Let's do that. You want to do that?
yeah, we can go anywhere. Like I said,
All right.
I'll mix and match and cut it around to what.
Tell me if we'll do it in the weight. Let's do it in weight order then. Let's go numerically lower and then start our way back up. How about that? At one, nobody placed at 106 from Illinois.
No.
Odiotti lost in the. Odiotti knocked out Weiler in the blood rounds. Does that sound right?
In the round before the blood round, because Odiotti lost in the blood round.
Okay. Like yeah. I'm saying no one placed. How would he have won in the blood round? So yeah, Odiotti knocks out Weiler, and then Odiotti got knocked out in the blood round.
Yeah.
At 106.
Where's Weiler go to school? Is he, what class is he? Do you know?
He's Marmion. He's a sophomore.
But so that's 3A?
Yes.
And Odiotti is 3A, or is he at where's Odiotti?
I think I want to tell you he's at Loyola, and I could be totally wrong.
I think you're right.
I don't know.
And Loyola is 3A.
Loyola is 3A.
Okay. So
Let me
that's, I
look.
mean, again, that was a good match, getting close to the placing rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost positive Odiati is. Only because I think he had a brother. Does he have a
He
relative?
did.
Yeah.
His older brother wrestled. Nico Odiati. Where the hell? See, here we go with no track wrestling. You know what I mean? It just makes it so. No, really, it's just.
Yeah.
It's
No,
so hard to.
I don't know. I mean, if we could make a class action suit against them, we need to. This is a travesty in the wrestling world, and I don't think it can be fixed too, because any new bracketing system will forget all of the old bracketings. I mean, you'll have to wait 5 years, but track had it all. They took it all away.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, and that's just if you. I don't know. I don't know how to do it.
either way,
Whatever.
Nico Odiati and Colton Weiler, right? Colton Weiler.
Yep.
And yeah, they were at 106 and close to placing, didn't place. Moving on to 113, Caleb Noble did place. And what was he seeded going into it?
9, I believe.
Yeah, which is weird because he won it last year, right?
Yes.
So, and he won state last year. So,
Yes.
what went into the seeding? National ranking?
Yeah. Yeah. See, Noble did a ton of. He was doing everything but freestyle folk style. He was doing all Greco for. He was on a Greco world team and everything, so he was kind of 100% Greco. So he missed. I guess, what would keep him ranked at.
But what is that? That's the question. Because why would
I
he? I mean, he wins high school state at 106. He wins Ironman at 106. He jumps up to 113. Why would he be all of a sudden bypassed?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, we got to get it.
it's a
We
way.
might have to get it, Jim. We might have to get into national rankings too. I got to figure out how. Although without track, it's going to be hard to find out who's beat who and where their head to heads are and stuff like that. Isn't that crazy? Think about that. Just looking, it was so easy when it comes to the ranking show to go through and go, okay, who's he wrestled? Boom, we'd check. You'd be able to see their head to head matchups or their record and see if they lost to him.
You familiar with the band Cinderella?
No,
80s hair brand?
nope.
Don't know what you got till it's gone.
Yeah, I know the song.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's where I'm at.
yeah. So either way, Colt Noble takes third place. He loses. Who did he lose to?
Oh, I don't. He lost
Garza.
5. It was
Garza.
5-4, 5-4, 6-5. Close man,
5-4.
whatever it was. 5-4. I tell you this. I don't know how many other Illinois kids were at their team, but I know Noble knocked out Eric
Klitrov.
Klitschroff
Yeah.
in the blood rounds. But I want to say somewhere early on, Klitschroff beat a top seed kid. If, you know what I mean? I don't know where Klitschroff was seated, but I do believe Klitschroff knocked off a top, 3, 4, 5 seed.
Let me see.
And I don't know how to.
I'm gonna find it.
Good, because I just.
Okay, yeah, because Klitrov was in the championship. He lost in the blood round, so he must have.
Yeah, he lost to Noble. Then I don't know who else. I don't know who else he lost to.
Okay, so Klitrov beats Bickerton from Ohio 3-1.
Okay.
Bickerton was the 7 seed. Then he beat Bubash from Pennsylvania. Bubash was unseeded. Then he beats MacArthur from Georgia, who was not seeded. And then he lost to Rios from California. And Rios looks like he was unseeded. How does that work? So the 2 seed at 113 lost Karen Bauer.
Is Rios the one that won the whole tournament
Let's
at
see.
113?
Yes.
Okay, he was unseated,
And
in his
he beat
in his interview, They said, "Hey man, how'd you do this?" You know what he said? He said, "I can't let all these white boys beat me."
He said that.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, going unseeded to beating the number 2 seed and Bassett, and who did he beat in the finals? Kenny from New Jersey?
Paul Kenny, yeah, or Sean
No,
Kenny.
Sean Kenny. And was Kenny the number 1 seed? Looks like it. Yep. Kenny was the
Yeah,
number. So this kid I mean, he somewhat came out of nowhere. I mean, I'm sure he's around, but
yeah.
and
I
that's
think he just in the interview he said something about he had a I don't know where he was. He said he didn't have a great tournament a couple weeks ago. So I don't know where. Maybe maybe he was at Elite Eight. I don't even know.
and this
But
is
he did.
why you got to go to these tournaments if you're I mean, these tournaments sometimes are more important than I mean, largely they're more important than in season high school tournaments just because I mean, you win Super 32, now you're on the radar. I mean, you just knocked off some really good kids. So,
Oh yeah, placing at Super 32 is life changing. Is like wrestling life. You know, like high school opportunity, high school
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
phone call recruit, like changing placing. If you don't go there, you can't place. Like state the obvious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have to go to stuff like this. But damn, it's like it's a tough turn. I mean, it's definitely the toughest preseason tournament there is. It's
Yeah.
you could argue that Ironman's a tougher tournament because you have to make weight twice.
Yeah.
But
Why does it really matter what's technically tougher and it's more of just like the competitiveness of how many good kids are there.
no, but it's no different than like the largest indoor showroom. Defined indoor. So I mean, like, does it really matter? Are you going to buy a car because it's the largest indoor showroom, or same but different? It's just that thing to claim, right? It's nice to say the
Yeah.
toughest tournament.
Well, plus when you say preseason and it's like, well, how do we define the season now with everything? I mean, think about Jimmy. Has he stopped wrestling?
He's hasn't stopped since 2015. I mean,
So,
realistically,
so,
like when
so,
he started, he hasn't stopped.
so when's the season start? It's like
I
you
don't. Yeah.
show up and you try to beat as many people as you can to prove that you're training and doing the right things and have fun with it, right? Like that's what you're doing. So I don't know if there is a season anymore. I think the season's
No.
over.
And I used to think the season went. I thought I thought it used to go like hand in hand with your with other sports, which it does. I was always talking about like it's based off of high school. I'm assuming like whatever the mid-November high school season starts. Anything mid-November is pre-season,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I'm going to bring in our
OG.
Yep, Mark Stewart. What's up, dude?
Champ. Just that's the rumor. Jimmy wouldn't have won the Super 32. He'd be nobody without me. So I figured I'd join the show.
Yeah. Well, we're glad that we have you.
Thanks.
We were just catching up on some of the results. We were just talking about this Rios kid at 113 who ultimately beat Klicherov, right? And then went on to beat Keegan Bassett and Sean Kenny, and how it's such a big tournament for so many kids. Like if you do well, it's really going to lead to more opportunities and stuff, and just cool to see. Yeah,
For sure.
but
Yeah,
yes,
relatively unknown, probably outside of the state of California. Coming right, he's a state of California kid.
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, relatively, like if you look at the seeds at 6, there's an ungodly amount of California kids, right? Seeded, and he's unseeded. They seed 32 deep, right?
yeah.
So I imagine outside of California, not a lot of people really had that kid on their radar. And then, boy, does he put himself on the map after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I say in his interview, he said he didn't have a great tournament a couple weeks ago. I don't know. The only thing I can think of that was a couple weeks ago would have been an Elite Eight. That would have been like
Yeah,
well known, right?
California kids heading out to grappler, it's a little bit across the
Yeah.
is, I think more it's real common to see those kids travel for Super 32, not as much for the grappler. So I imagine you're probably right about the Elite 8 duels.
Yeah. Or maybe a Super 32 qualifier even. Well, that would have been longer before a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Well, moving on. 113, Caleb Noble. You want to keep going or what? Where do you want to go from
yeah.
here?
No, but that was 13. That was Rios did win at 13. So yeah, Noble takes third. So yeah, Illinois' own Caleb Noble takes third place, 113.
Yep.
So that's did anybody else place from Illinois at 13?
No.
Kucherov lost in the blood round.
Yep. He lost to Noble in the
Okay.
blood.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. And then the next placer in the state is at 150, Rocco Cassiope from the 815.
From that
Yep.
815 area code.
Yeah, he I mean, to come back, I mean, to get third place is awesome. I mean, the fact that he's cementing himself in the national conversation. You know, he won state last year, and now he's getting bigger, and he clearly one of the top kids in the country. So good for him.
And can we let's play that good loss game for a minute here? Like, a good loss. Here, he lost one match and he lost to the eventual champ. Then the eventual champ happens to be Bo Bassett.
Yeah.
So it's I mean, now if Tony heard me saying that's a good loss, he wouldn't like to hear that. But you know what I mean? It's a respectable.
He'd grab you in a 2-on-1, tell you you're stupid, and then he'd push you around. But at least that's what he does to me.
Who's that? Oh, Big Tone?
No, like Tony. Well, I'm talking little Tony does. Big Tony, I just tell you, you're stupid. You'd be like, yeah, I know.
Well, obviously the Cassiopes are he's still training to beat that kid. Bassett's good, and there's no doubt about it. So whatever Rocco's got to do to get to the next level that he can compete with him, go for it. Like he's got to do it, and I know he wants to do it. So the Cassiopes are gamers, and so hopefully this just pushes them. So I'm excited.
No doubt. I mean, that's
Rocco. He can beat just about anybody in the country, and then there's Bo. And it's a knock on the Cassiopes because I'm a huge Cassiope fan. I've been a Cassiope fan for a long time. And
where's your shirt?
I've got it in the closet. I didn't put it on.
You gotta get that. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
But I'm all about that Cassiope Mafia, baby. But I just feel like, man, I don't know how you figure out. Bo Bassett's got this wild, crazy motor, and for whatever reason at this point right now, it's just Rocco hasn't figured it out. But how many people have?
Yeah, no, I mean it's a big challenge. But if there's anybody up for the challenge, I think that he's going to continue to pursue that. I mean, Rocco just went on recruiting visits to Iowa, Wisconsin, Illinois, all these places. Like he's going to be in the mix in the coming years. So.
Oh yeah, and we were talking about, I think right before Mark come on, like these, necessary evil, right? These tournaments, they're far, they're expensive, they're whatever parents say, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But here, it's like but Rocco doing all this elite preseason stuff. Rocco's wrestled Bo Bassett 3 times in the last 30 days.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's nobody like that. There's maybe. I don't know who else has. I don't know that anybody else has wrestled him 3 times. And like live, like real wrestling, like matches.
Yeah.
So I mean, here, like you're doing the right thing. You're losing to one kid in the country at 150, and it happens to be the one kid that hasn't lost in however many years. So
yeah.
What I find really impressive about Rocco is that was he at 6 as a freshman?
Yeah.
32 sophomore. He's going into his junior year. Right?
I think he's at 26.
By summer, he's struggling to be a 44-pounder. So he just keeps growing. A lot of times you see like rapid growth. There's like there's learning curves. Like your body's changing, and it can be detrimental at times. trying to figure it out. But man, that boy just keeps on winning.
Yeah.
He keeps winning a lot of matches against a lot of good kids, and just so happens you've gotten beat by Bo. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good. Kudos to Rocco. Anybody else in that weight class 150? Trying to think.
Who else was?
Not that placed.
Well, no, not the place. I was looking before I moved on to 157.
I know okay, Zach Stewart did not NOT attend Super 32 because I know we talked about when we were doing like our who's going to Super 32 from Illinois. We talked about Zach Stewart.
Yeah, and
So
he was registered, right?
Yep, he's nursing an injury from the Grappler Fall Classic, so he just didn't. He won 100%, so he didn't go.
Yeah. Yeah. So he would have been around 150 though, right?
No, Stewart had been 38.
Okay. Thought he wrestled. Okay, so
he bumped up at like state. He bumped up at team state. Like
I
big
got
time.
it. Got it. All right. Well, look, moving on. 157 pound. Yeah. We talked a little bit about this earlier, Mark, but 157 pound weight class, Liam Kelly, Mount Carmel kid, and then Justice Heeg from Providence. Yeah. What were your thoughts on 157?
I think Illinois right now is really loaded as a state as a whole at 157. I think that Justice Heeg, he is so explosive and strong as a sophomore in high school. Already a two-time state champ. He wins a Minnesota title as an eighth grader. He's so hard to get out of position. He always seems to be in good position, and he's so explosive. He's that good. He's really that good. He's the type of kid like you send him to a college open, he's going to go win matches against Division I kids right now. I truly believe that he's that good.
Yeah,
that good.
And I know he wrestled on instead of wrestling on a cadet team, he wrestled on the junior team. That's cool, you know.
Yeah, and how far? Did Liam?
What
Liam
he gets
Kelly,
for fifth.
Yeah,
Liam Kelly took sixth
place.
Okay, so the kid earlier, I think, is who he wrestled in the fifth place, and he lost to him the second time. Cooper Rowe, maybe.
I remember that name. Minnesota kid.
Yeah, he's going to go to Minnesota too. I think that's who beat him in the fifth place match.
Yeah.
I'm not going to come on and complain about the new flow bracketing garbage. It's just so much hard to follow. Not that it's garbage. Garbage.
No, it's super user friendly. You don't figure it out yet?
No.
You just missed 30 minutes of Jim and I talking about it.
So at the NWCA convention, I was talking to Coach James Buss, and he was at the NWCA convention where Flo brought it out, and and they basically said, "Listen, it's gonna have some issues, so give us 2 years, and it'll be the best thing out there." It's like, great. So for 2 years, I gotta put up with this. Drives me crazy. There's nothing wrong with track wrestling.
That's what they said. 2 years.
Yeah, they give them. They should have it all. Everything should be top notch within 2 years. Could be less, but no more than 2 years.
Well,
2 years is excessive.
It's excessive.
My dad's famous saying was like my mom would want something. He'd say, "Give me 2 weeks, Deb. 2 weeks." But 2 years, that's a lot.
Yeah, 2 years is too much. I think they've dropped the ball. Whoever's in leadership position made a mistake. Yeah, it's bad. But 157, Justice Heeg. This is one of the benefits of this season. You could see, Mount Carmel, Providence. Hopefully, they have. Man, we got to look this up to see if they have a duel scheduled because we looked at Providence. They're going to be pretty good this year.
Justin Wardlow, 157. Obviously, he made it to the blood rounds. I'm sure. I'll bet on that without even looking.
Wardlow.
He lost to Page from Kansas.
Is his first name Turner?
But yeah, I'd have to. Let me see.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
His
I
name is
remember
Thunder.
Thunder.
Thunder Page.
Thunder Page.
So Wardlow was in this bracket. Wow.
Well, yeah, Justin Warlow is a 57-pounder for sure.
Yeah, and he lost to Page, and then he lost to Regis from Utah.
Blood round.
Round of 32. So no.
Shit.
Yeah, he was done a little early.
Maybe I missed it, but you know who had a really good tournament, and then they came up just short. But Eric Rodriguez from Grant, I think he lost at 38 in the round of 16.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't talk about the only time we just touched 38 was Zach Stewart.
Yep.
Oh, Cooper Quarter. Well, wait and see. Yeah, see, we're forgetting people.
Well, we were starting with the placers.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to, hurt anybody's feelings, but we got to get to the placers. We got to talk about the people who placed in this tournament. And I know people we talked about who was going all last week, and it's a tough tournament. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a tough tournament. But Liam Kelly, Justice Heeg looked phenomenal. He is a standout. He's going to be so good by the time he's gets to college. And then Jimmy Mastny, again, Jim and I talked about it a little bit. He looked great all weekend, and he progressively got better. That finals match, he just opened up, let loose, and was aggressive, and he got to a lot of scores, and he looked like he's trying to get the number one spot for sure. He wants to be the number one wrestler in the country, and it's just too bad that the supposed number one guy didn't come to Super 32.
Yeah, I think a match that we talked about for a while is wanting to see. I mean, obviously Jimmy wants Ricketts again, and there's Big Jim could vouch for that. He wants that match. It didn't happen. Ward beat him in the quarters, but he wants Adam Waters. Of course he does. I mean, people consider Waters the best.
Yeah. And I think it's like a respectful want, right? Like it's like, okay, you're the dude. I want to see where I'm at with you. Maybe I'm better than you. Maybe I'm not.
I gotta find out.
I like that, but it's hard to find out if I mean, Waters has everything to lose. Jimmy has nothing to lose. So,
yeah,
I get it. I mean, the deeper I get into it, the more I learn how protecting your ranking, and not saying that we're not accusing a kid of protecting a ranking, but like accusing parents of having kids protect their rankings.
Well, I think the interesting thing is that, a guy he's going to college, he's got everything sorted. He doesn't really necessarily have to prove himself. The ranking isn't really up to him, right? Like, they put the rankings out. They asked somebody to be a part of who's number one. Jimmy proved after Super 32 that he should have been on that card. If you didn't ask him, it doesn't even make any sense. He's clearly find a name. There isn't another name that wasn't at that tournament that Jimmy can't beat. So,
well, there's a Tanner Hodgins, but Jimmy beat him last year, same weight class. So, I mean, at least.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, hey, put him. He should have had an opportunity at the Who's Number One. They didn't give it to him. They probably knew we were gonna bash him about taking track down, and now they're playing. Now they're holding him back. But regardless.
But you know what? I look at it like this. Hey, that just is like, if you believe you belong in that match and that's something that you want, I don't know that that's something Jimmy really cares about. I mean, I'll just say this. Jimmy called me actually during Who's Number One to break some news to me. It was actually during the 190-pound match, and he had no clue that they were wrestling. And I was like, oh, dude, I got to let you go. I'm watching Who's Number One. 190's wrestling right now. He's like, they are? And I'm like, yep. And I'm like, how you feel? And he's like, I don't care. And then that was it. And I said, I'll call you back. So, but
for sure. I don't think,
Who's Number One? Who's going to be back? It's going to be Tanner Hodgins and Jimmy.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, no, Jimmy's not a. I don't know. He's not much of a spectator, right? Does that make sense? Like to know who's. I mean, like not on that stage, not if you're like equals or peers.
Yeah. Jimmy just shows up. I mean, he'll show up in the shed, man. You better be
Yeah.
ready to go whenever you got wrestling shoes on and he's close to you. You better be ready for a scrap. So yeah, I regardless, I mean, I think that it's gonna be a great season to watch him progress. He progressed so much over the last couple months. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You know, I'm a Jimmy bias fan, so I'm always going to be excited about the process. But it was very exciting to see. It was exciting to see that Illinois had a couple guys win. I would hope for more, and I think that in the next couple of years definitely is going to get more. We didn't even send everybody, right? So going back to people who didn't wrestle, like
50,
again,
at 57.
Medlin didn't wrestle.
No, I was gonna say Medlin won there. I mean,
Yeah.
how deep is 57 in Illinois? Like,
Yeah,
one class. Forget how. I don't know who's where, but
No
Justice.
no big boy heavyweight Juice. Like
Yeah.
it's
Rulo.
yeah, I mean some of the best kids in Illinois. There as many of the best kids that did compete, there's probably more kids that didn't go out to the Super 32 for whatever reason. No Penovich. Was Brody Kelly there?
It wasn't.
Okay,
It
I know
wasn't.
Art there, but I know Brody. I didn't think Brody Kelly went. No Jackson Penovich. No Juice Rulo. Calcutt's playing football. Stewart's playing football.
I know that Brody Kelly had a very, very, very tight match with the winner of 175, Waylon Kressel.
Yep, Northern Iowa.
Hey, did you guys watch that match?
Him and
75?
Yeah.
Yeah.
O'Fallon kid was on the Elite Eight duels, so I like watching him. And dude, that kid took a break. That Kressel, he took a break. He made up an injury.
Yeah.
He just sat down, said, "I got an injury time," and then he started pointing to his knee, rubbed it a couple of times. The trainer never said a word, and then he gets up, gets a drink, and then goes back out there. So, is it an injury time or was it a timeout, Mark? What do you do?
Well, I mean, dude, I watch a lot of kids point at contacts that I don't know if they wear contacts.
I can't see.
Like, oh my, I've my thing, and we, as some of the best kids in the country, do it. I mean, Melvin Miller's sock pulling up and delayed reaction. Melvin Miller's one of the best in the country. He's probably one of the high schoolers in the world. Man, I never seen a kid take that long to go back to the center of the mat every opportunity he gets to like refocus or take a couple deep breaths, recenter himself, and then decide to explode at an ankle pick.
Yeah.
Waylon Kressel was like, somebody said it to me the other day.
Well, that O'Fallon kid was coming back and he was not getting tired.
Yeah.
He was going after him.
Physical, he's explosive, he's a funky risk taker, and kind of he's so strong and explosive and hippie, even though he's short and stocky, that I think he does exhaust you. There's got to be some form of like anxiety exhaustion from wrestling him, like oh shit, because like he does create chaos, and most times he wins those chaotic positions. I'd say like 95, 96, it's not 100%, it's pretty damn close. He wins chaotic positions. So I really like Waylon Kressel. I know Maddie's lost to him last year, real close. Maddie and him get along real well. Maddie thinks pretty highly of him as a person.
Wasn't he a South Dakota State commit before?
No, I don't know. No, I don't know. He's an Indiana kid, and then he committed to Northern Iowa, and they moved to Iowa for his senior year to train out at Panther RTC. I think he might have been. I think he might have been getting his lungs under him a little bit for one more go.
I know what he was doing.
It got pretty chippy at the end. Some words spoken in the process of shaking hands and leaving the mat between the two of them.
Oh, I didn't see any of that. I just saw that he totally took a dive, but he's not the first one to do it. Obviously, people have done it. people game the system. If you're tired, you're going to look for an opportunity to do it. I just thought it was funny to watch, like, because he totally did it, and it was like, wait, is it nobody's injured? But I like that. I watched that O'Fallon kid in the Elite Eight because he was on Jimmy's team, and yeah, he's pretty tough.
Yeah, he puts up points, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think at 175, I don't think you see a kid that's 5'5" that often.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like just a little fire hydrant.
Yeah.
A little bit
So,
like there, looking type.
yeah. So Kelly wasn't there at 75. Who else wasn't? Any other thoughts?
There at 90.
Yeah.
Cal cut at 215. At heavy wasn't there.
Now would
Hoffer
wasn't there,
215.
yeah.
No Medlin at 57.
Yeah. Well, so we're doing this about Illinois kids. I wonder how many kids, obviously we talk about this before. We were talking about how Super 32 is like this big national event. Immediately put you on, put you in on the exposure for college recruiting. Everything comes with it. But how many kids are still not coming, even though it's still one of the toughest tournaments in the country, without certain number of kids that would have made it incredibly difficult.
All right, so look, here's just an easy one. Now, not all these kids showed up, but these was originally who was registered at 20. 1, 2, 3, 5. 13, 4, 6, 9, 10. 14, 8. So, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So no number 7 going into it. 9, 10. No 11. There's 12 was in it. So you're missing 7 and 11. You have 12, 13, 14, because the seeds aren't. No number 15. No number 16. This is at 120. No number 17 was there. 18 was there. 19 was there. 20 was there.
All I'm thinking about is warming up the Buick to let Mark drive laps in the driveway. Some Rain Man shit here, man. Like, what are you doing?
What do you just count off numbers, huh?
20. They're missing about 4 kids in the top 20. However, a bunch of those kids didn't even come. They were pre-registered. They did not wrestle.
Yeah, a lot of pre-registers didn't show up.
Langdon said, and he didn't wrestle. Munaretto didn't wrestle.
Yeah, and there's another one, Munaretto.
Illinois.
Yeah, so many kids. I mean, again, I just think it's a testament to the tournament. It's still crazy hard and it's still a great accomplishment. And there's still large segments of the population that didn't engage in it. And again, kind of like what you said, Jim, Ironman, it's a tough tournament, but not everybody gets to go to Ironman because of state rules and stuff like that.
Right. Not everybody gets to go to Super 32 high school though either. I mean, you either have to go to you got to win in, right? You got to win into it, like qualify for it, or you have to be pre-qualified for it by winning previous, or you have to be ready to go. I mean, there's qualifications to get in for the high school segment of it, and they don't carry. What's funny is like if you're a freshman in high school and you didn't win. Like it's hard to get in as a freshman in high school, I think, because none of your middle school shit carries over unless you placed at Super 32.
I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As a middle school kid. So.
Yeah. Well,
Jimmy was a runner-up at Super 32 8th grade year, so that got him in freshman year without having to qualify per se.
Yeah.
Even though we still went to tournaments, qualifier tournaments, because they're super good tournaments. So yeah, no, Super 32 is it's big boy Tulsa. You know what I mean? Like I always talk about how tough Tulsa is. This is one more one more buoy out into deep water.
Yeah.
Did Ashton wrestle?
I don't know. Where would he have been? 50 or 57? Was Garcia registered? That's what I was asking Dalton earlier, earlier. Huh?
I didn't see him registered, no.
Ashton Hobson was in the tournament. He lost to B. Hand from Virginia,
Brady Hand.
and then he beat McVeigh from New York, and then lost to Miura from California. Uemura. Michael David Uemura. He lost 14-1. Round of 16. So, should be interesting. I think either way, the season has started. That was a great start of it. I think everybody who competed, kudos to you guys for going out there and doing it. And those who had success, congrats. Get ready for the high school season. That's next. And anybody who didn't have the success they wanted, I'm sure that they have a whole bunch of wood to throw on the fire and be ready for the high school season. So it was a good weekend for wrestling. I was pumped to watch it. You guys have anything else to cover?
I do. Real fast. Illinois middle school. Super
Middle
32
school.
place.
Oh.
Yeah, just middle school place or Super 32.
Yeah, we talked about it. Go ahead.
No, we didn't. Did
we
we?
talked about Dunaway was going, right?
Oh yeah, Dunaway place. Dunaway place. I don't know what he placed. I just know he placed. And Reese Babcock took Reese Babcock took fourth, I believe.
Got it.
I don't know who else was from middle school there though. I know there was a bunch.
Yeah, we went over a couple of the guys that were going to be.
Grady? Perch won.
Oh, Perch won. Yeah,
Max,
I did see
Max
that.
Perch won.
Yep, I did see that. Yep. So
you got and then Morgan Turner. If you technically out of Illinois or not, I don't know. Is Morgan Turner an Illinois girl? We'll say she is. So Max Perch wins middle school, Illinois. Morgan Turner wins girls, Illinois. Justice Heeg wins high school 157. Jimmy wins high school 190. 4 Illinois Super 32 champs.
Hey, Drew Phillips won 11U, Illinois.
Drew Phillips won elementary. Is that elementary or middle school?
I don't know.
We'll call it elementary.
I don't even like crazy, but I know he won it.
So 5 Super 32 champs from Illinois. That has to be something. Now, look at Pennsylvania. How many do they have?
30.
Yeah.
Wait, how many did you say?
39.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? I'd have to dive into the brackets to see that, and there's no track to dive into. So, but yeah, anything else, guys? I mean,
get belts just for the PA kids because they win so many.
What are you saying about the belts?
They're going to start making PA Super 32 belts because the PA kids win so many.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, the emblem's going to be shaped as the state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, might as well.
Well, I think the guys in Illinois have something to say about that. So maybe we can get.
Only won 2 high school belts.
Say that again.
Our men only won 2 high school belts.
Yeah. Well, maybe next year 3, and then the year after that 4 or whatever. Progress.
We only have 4 medalists. So my point in this is like, hey, Illinois kids, we're some of the best. Go win more belts.
Yeah, I would echo that. They'll be fun next year, trying to get people excited about it. I think, to be honest, everything has to do with marketing and getting people that on their radar, right? So getting people geared up to prepare for it. I think some people put it off. Fargo is a distraction to it. You're not really thinking about preseason time. I remember last year when I was talking to Brad Sindel about Brody and when he hurt his knee and stuff. And, for me, I was thinking, well, does he get to wrestle Super 32? And it was like, no, he doesn't get to, right? Brody Sindel was another kid we didn't mention that didn't get to wrestle because he's still kind of recovering from his injury, but he'll get to wrestle the Ironman, right? But you plan ahead. You got to plan ahead. Obviously, in his situation, he couldn't. He was planning based around his his recovery and stuff. But this tournament, big tournament to go to.
Yeah. Same with Pup. Pup wasn't ready for this. Now,
Yeah.
I think Pup will be ready for Ironman. I think Pup places at 150 Super 32 this year. A healthy Pup.
Man, he looks so good.
Yeah. I mean, he's.
Have you been going takedowns with him, Mark?
No, but I watched him beat the shit out of Ryan. Hey,
Out of who?
Prater says every day, dude. He like today he goes, Pup only weighed 155 pounds, and that makes it worse because that kid put it on me, and he's strong as hell. And I said, he's mauling him. He just never gets tired. Talk about Pup at Super 32. The kid was at didn't miss anything at 150, 157. He literally got there and scouted. You could put in the bank, the best of the best. What are they doing? How are they? Who's beating who? How are they winning? Just in that crazy memory bank of his. And then he goes and warms up with Jimmy, and then he goes back to watching more matches. Then he warms, whatever, to be the best, so that he's ready.
Yeah. Shout out to. I sound so stupid saying that, but shout out like the Jimmy's support system this weekend. Like, his mom's there. Mom's not missing nothing. I get it. I love it. I'm glad she's that mom. And then Dog and Pup are there. So Aiden and Brendan are both there, and it's like, that's a big deal. Obviously Ryan and Jordan's high school coaches, and then Chris Perry was down there in his corner on Sunday. I mean, that's that's a lot. You know what I mean? Like he's got a lot of good people behind him. And I went to Walmart for him basically. That's the ultimate sacrifice.
Mark, you'll have to go back and listen to the beginning of this podcast and hear about Jim's Walmart fiasco.
Well, he called me yesterday, and he was telling me about his weekend. And he goes, "I even went to Walmart." My good kid took me to Walmart. Shelby and you to Walmart, right?
Well, I don't go there. You only go there for special occasions, Mark.
In the burbs, we go there every day, all the time. Oh, Jesus.
No. You know what they have set up when you first walk in Walmart? You know what they have set up? Like a flu shot lady. When you first walk in.
That's where Mark gets his every year.
That's the craziest thing.
Yeah. Well, guys.
Like if I'm doing anything with needles at Walmart, it's going to be the burn. Let's be real.
Wait, what did you say?
I'm cutting this off. Thanks, guys. We'll talk soon. Over and out.
Over to Raptor, man. Deuces.